You're tuned into the All This Math YouTube channel where we do math. And for today's lesson, we're going to talk about doing some multiplication using what is known as the standard algorithm. I kind of have some problems with the term standard to use this algorithm because standard is very subjective because it's really just a matter of who's in power, who decides what's standard and what's non-standard. But just understand that whenever you hear somebody say the standard algorithm, what they're referring to is the method of multiplication that people in my era that we learned 20, 30 some odd years ago when we was in elementary school. It's when you stack the numbers on top of each other and follow this method or this algorithm that I'm about to show you. All right. So basically what you do is you look at the number that's on the bottom row, right? I'm gonna give you the overview before we get into the specific details. You look at the number that's in the bottom row, you look at each individual digit, and what you're actually gonna do is you're gonna multiply each individual digit from the number on the bottom row by each individual digit from the number on the top row. So that means this 2, this is 32, right? 3 is one of the digits, 2 is the other digit. I start to the far right, I start with this 2. That means I'm gonna multiply the 2 by the 6. I'm gonna multiply the 2 by the 5. I'm gonna multiply the 2 by the 4, right? Then after I do that, then the 3 gets a turn. I'm gonna multiply the 3 by the 6. I'm gonna multiply the 3 by the 5, and I'm gonna multiply the 3 by the 4. So that's basically the overview. Now, what does it look like in real time? In real time, again, we start with this 2. We do 2 times 6. 2 times 6 is 12, right? Now, I don't write 12, right? I only write the number from the ones place. So in 12, I write a 2 right here. And then what do I do with that 1? I'm gonna carry that 1 to the next column over, right? So I just dealt with this column, so now I'm gonna carry the 1 to this column right there. And then I'm gonna do the 2 times the 5. The 2 times the 5, that gives me 10. Now, what do I do with that 1? I'm gonna add the 1 to that 10 that I just got from multiplying, right? I know I'm saying a lot, but listen, this is on the YouTube channel, so you can pause it and rewind it whenever you need to. It's cool. So 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 1 gives me 11. Again, I got a 2-digit number. I don't write 11. I only write the number from the ones place. I write the 1, and then I carry the other 1 up here. Then I got 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8, and then I do 8 plus the 1. That gives me 9. Now, if I had got a 2-digit number, I wouldn't have nowhere to carry it. So that's the only time I write the whole 2-digit number. But in this case, we don't have a 2-digit number. So we got 9. So we put 9 right there. Now, when I multiply the 3 by each of these, those products are going to go in the second row. But this is something you got to remember. You got to remember this. Before you start writing numbers in the second row, you got to remember that you have to indent 1 space to the right. Indent 1 space to the right, right? So some people, what they like to do is they like to draw a circle or draw a box so that they can see something that's in the way so they'll know not to write a number underneath of this 2. There should be no number written underneath of this 2. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little box right here, maybe shade him in like that. You know what I mean? All right, so now I go to the 3. Remember, 3 gets multiplied by everything up here. 3 times 6 is 18, right? So I write the 8. I don't write the whole number. Then I carry the 1. But look, we already had a 1 carried from the last time when we was multiplying the 2. So that's cool. That 1 can stay right there. So now I do 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 plus 1 is going to give me 16. So then I write the 6 and I carry the 1. But again, I already had a 1 written right there. Lucky for me. All right, so now I do 3 times 4, that gives me 12. I add the 1 to the 12, that gives me 13. Now, there's no way for me to carry that 1 because I'm out of numbers. I'm out of digits, rather, right? So that's the time when we write the whole 13. We write the whole 13. So I put the 3, then I put the 1, draw my line. Now, these 2 rows need to be added together. This row and this row need to be added together. So you put a plus sign, right? You do 2 plus this. Treat this like a 0, right? This blank space where I drew the box and shaded it in. So I would remember to make sure I indent in the second row. 2 plus nothing is 2, right? Then we do the 1 plus the 8. 1 plus 8 gives me 9. Then we do the 9 plus the 6. 9 plus 6 and 15. You got to know your addition facts. You got to know your addition facts. Make sure you have your addition facts memorized. If not, keep practicing until you have them memorized because that'll make this a lot easier. All right, 9 plus 6 is 15. Write the 5, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. This is just a 1, nothing being added to it, so you just bring him down. And then you say, okay, well, where should the comma go? How do I know where the comma goes? I start at the far right and I count 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. That's where I put my comma. So the product of 456 and 32 is 14,592. 14,592. Let's do another example. All right, we got time. Let's do another example. All right, same setup, 3-digit number multiplied by a 2-digit number. I'm gonna do the same thing. Each digit in the bottom row gets multiplied by every digit in the top row. Each digit in the bottom row gets multiplied by every digit in the top row. So I'm gonna start with this 7. This 7 goes with the 6. 7 times 6 is 42. It also is very helpful if you have your multiplication facts memorized, at least from 1 times 1 up to 12 times 12, based on that multiplication table in the back of a typical composition notebook. All right, 7 times 6, like I said, is 42. You don't write the whole 42. You just write the 2, carry the 4. Then you do 7 times 8. 7 times 8 is 56. 56 plus that 4 that I carried from before is going to give me 60, right? It's going to give me 60. So with that, I'm going to put the 0 down here, and then I carry the 6. 7 times 9 gives me 63. Don't forget to add the 6. 63 plus 6 is 69, right? That's a 2-digit number. I don't have the way to carry the 6 at from 69. So that's the situation where I write the entire number. I write 69. Boom, 6,902. That's the product of 7 times each of these 3 numbers, okay? Now, it's the 4's turn. We're going to multiply 4 by each of these 3 numbers, all right? But in my second row, don't forget, you got to indent. All right, you got to indent 1 space. 4 times 6 gives me 24. So I write the 4, then I carry the 2. Now, here's different, right? In this situation where the numbers are already carried, they're in the way. So I'm going to get rid of them because I don't want to be confused and think, oh, I'm supposed to add a 4. What am I doing, right? 4 times 6 is 24. I write the 4, and I carry the 2. I got rid of the 4 from before, so now I got a 2 right there. 4 times 8 is 32. 32 plus 2 is 34. So we're going to, got to be careful. Got to be careful. Make sure your numbers are lined up. This 4 is underneath of this 0. See, I should have wrote this more clearly. That's what I should have did. Should have did myself a favor and wrote it more clearly. So this 4 is underneath of this 0. I was about to put this 4 under the 6 and mess everything up. 4 times 8 is 32. 32 plus 2 is 34. That 4 goes under the 9, and then I carry the 3 up here. 4 times 9, 36. 36 plus 3, 39. Put the 9, write the 3, boom, plus sign. Start adding from the right. 2 plus 0. Treat this like a 0. Is 2. 0 plus 4 is 4. 9 plus 4, 13. Write the 3, carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 9 is 16. Put the 6, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. This product is 46,342. So the product of 986 and 47 is 46,342. So just remember, just watch this video over and over again. If you forget any of the individual steps, just watch the video. Just watch it over and over again. Use it as a resource, use it as a reference, all right? So all you got to do, remember, this is the standard algorithm. There are many other ways to multiply numbers together. There's the lattice method you might be familiar with. There's partial products method that you might be familiar with. There's area models that can be used. There's arrays. There's Kemetic multiplication. I got a video taking it back to our African ancestors and ancient Kemet about Kemetic multiplication. It's a lot of different things we can get into. It's a lot of different ways to multiply numbers together. Remember, the standard algorithm is just one of them, right? But you want to empower yourself and know as many different methods as possible. You want to know as many different methods so you have different options in different situations, right? Sometimes you might feel in the mood to use the standard algorithm. Another time you might feel in the mood to use Kemetic multiplication. You know, take it back to the ancestors. You know what I mean? So at any rate, that's about it. Please, if you have not subscribed to the channel already, please go ahead and hit the button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notifications so that you'll be notified whenever we put out new content. Thanks for tuning in.